of all things, it was this Wayfair conspiracy that kind of started it. Is this weird? Is this true? Is this happening? And we looked into it. No, it's not. That was debunked. But we had the opportunity to then say, but this does happen. I have bought and sold children in an undercover capacity on every social media platform out there over my 17 years. So it's a conspiracy, but that's very real. That can happen. That's how it happens. And code names and code words, and they use. I remember ordering cheese pizza from people. That's child pornography. Oh, how many slices? It's 12. I have 12 slices. Okay, it's 12 years old.
Was you say the reports of child abuse and exploitation are millions higher right now than they were last year? Mm-hmm. Can you share with us how that's happening?
Yeah, we have seen an uptick, millions of additional reports reported by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. I talked to the AG here in Utah. It's like 50 times more reports coming in. They can't handle them. What's going on? What's going on is we, as a society, decided that we needed to shut down and lock down the infrastructure, schools, businesses, everything else because of COVID-19. When you take out the infrastructure, like schools and after-school programs and sporting events, you take away a safety net for children. That keeps kids safe. We take for granted. We don't take it for granted because we understand we work in places like developing countries, like little Haiti, right? That's number 3 per capita in the world for trafficking. Why? Well, we've known for years why. They don't have the infrastructure that other countries are blessed with. They don't have the schooling infrastructure, so they're vulnerable to traffickers. And mom and dad are struggling for their jobs, trying to scavenge for food, so they're not paying attention. Here you go, son, daughter, take the iPhone, take the laptop, do your schoolwork, stay in this corner, don't leave. Me and mom got to head out to save our family. And guess what the pedophiles are doing? They're also on lockdown. Their jobs are suspended or they're working from home and they're on their laptops. We can track the chatter. And you know what they're saying? This is horrifying. It's harvest time. We won't even know the consequences for years to come. Millions of lines are out right now, and it'll be several years before we start seeing victims pop up. Say, I was taken, I was hurt, I was abused, and this is where it begins. Now this is the part that's gonna get maybe controversial, but it is what it is. We have data now, and I'm not a scientist, but I'm very interested in the data because the data affects our work. And we know this, the CDC agrees, every single non-political, nonpartisan healthcare provider, scientist from Harvard, from Stanford, from everywhere, CDC even, if you look at it, they are telling you this. If you are 65 years or younger, you have a 99.99% of surviving COVID if you get it. The last day, I think I saw the last data was something like 88% of teachers and coaches and people that create the infrastructure that keep our kids safe are under 60 years old. Teachers are a young profession. I think 3/4 are under 40 or something even. And so once we've taken care of the most vulnerable, the question that should be asked and is not being asked, should have always been asked, was never asked, what is scarier to you? After we've taken care of the vulnerable, what is scarier to you? A virus that has a 99.99% chance of survivability, or the absolute fact that hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of children will be raped, will be sexually assaulted? That's not a hypothetical, that is the trade-off for this other one, for the 99% survivability. What do you, I mean, is it even, you don't even need to think for 2 seconds. You know the answer to that question. Have you heard anyone ask that question? Has any governor asked that question? Are medical professionals asking that question? No one is asking that question because the kids are still shoved in the closet. Take your laptop, let us adults figure this problem out, and you're not part of the equation. You know, Nelson Mandela said, the true character of a nation is how you treat your children. If you really want to know what a nation is and what's their heart, I'm paraphrasing him, it's how do you treat your kids? We're not treating them very well right now. We have abandoned them in this country and in every country. When I hear, and I know this is politically charged, and people say, don't say it, Tim, don't say it. When I hear this call for defund the police, I don't know what that means. I'm for transformation. But when you say that, I'm watching some of the places, city councils, who are saying, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. and I'm looking at the sheriff response or the law enforcement and say, our child crimes unit is gone. If they do this new budget, it's gone. You need to understand something about law enforcement. There's reactive work and proactive work. Most developing countries that we work in don't have proactive investigations. Why? Because the reactive ones you have to respond to. The homicides, the bank robberies, the assault on the street, the things that are landing on your desk, you've got to respond to because the media is on you. People watched it happen. Child crimes don't land on your desk. I know, I've been doing this for 17 years. You have to go out and get them. You have to infiltrate organizations. You've got to get online. You've got to get creative. You need K-9 units. You need mobile labs, things that O.U.R provides to law enforcement. These are proactive measures. This is a closet crime. It's done in the dark. There's no profile. You can't say this guy looks like a pedophile. He must be. These are everybody. It's anyone you can think of. We've arrested professionals, educators, doctors, lawyers. This is a closet crime. You have to go out and get it. And so when you take away funding from law enforcement, the first to go is proactive investigations. Because what you don't know, you don't know. Well, I can't be held responsible for what I don't know. So transform, yes. Don't hurt the kids. Again.